Time in YouTube, and welcome back to Theme Deck Corner. Today we are going to be going into the Hidden Moon theme deck featured from Guardians Rising. It is our very first deck for Guardians Rising, and of course we will be having the Solgaleo one tomorrow. But for today, I thought we'd start off with the Lunala. Lunala got the second draft in the last one, so I thought it'd be best to go first this time. So Lunala here is the Stage 2 Psychic type with 160 HP, has Shatter Shot for 1 Psychic Energy. It's going to do 40 times the amount of Psychic Energy attached to it, which is a very, very good move, especially in theme deck format. And it also has Wings of the Moon. For 3 Psychic Energy, you get to do 130 damage. So technically speaking, if you had 3 energy on this, the Wings of the Moon will do more damage than the regular Shatter Shot. But of course, you can scale Shatter Shot for more. The downside to Wings of the Moon is you have to move all energy from this Pokemon to your bench Pokemon any way you like. So, depending on the situation, you still may want to go for Shatter Shot, and even still 120 damage in Theme Deck format is a lot of damage! So, this is actually a very, very good Stage 2. Now, of course, being it is a Stage 2, it might be pretty difficult to get out. But let's see the partners that they decided to put with it this time. So we are going to start off with Beware, 130 HP, colorless Pokemon, has Racket-In as the ability, and when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may draw 3 cards. Now that is a fantastic ability. It makes Stuffle and Beware rather playable. And it has Dangerous Blow for 3 colorless energy. We're going to do 60 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a basic, this attack does 60 more. So again, another decent attacker, and it has a fantastic ability. So we don't actually have to use Beware for combat if we don't have to. We just have to draw cards. And in Theme Deck format, drawing cards is everything. It's very, very rare when we actually get an opportunity to use that. And they give you quite a few copies. Next up, we have an incomplete lineup to Lampent. 80 HP fire type with Will-O-Wisp for 1 fire, 3, it'll do 30 damage. So nothing great from that line. But we do have the Salazzle 110 HP fire type with Hot Poison. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may leave your opponent's active Pokemon burned and poisoned, which is a very good ability. And again, right now we are definitely seeing the focus around Lunala being the attacker, and all these other Pokemon kind of just getting played on the bench and getting benefits from it. Also, it's Flamethrower for 1 fire, 2 colors. It's going to do 90 damage. You get to discard an energy from this Pokemon, however. So that is something we do have to watch out for on Salazzle. For these Psychic types, we have an incomplete line of the Gothorita 80 HP Psychic type with Slap and Psybeam. Nothing overly powerful here, but if you do need that confusion, you do have Psybeam. Next up, we have the Mimikyu, a non-holo version of it. 70 HP Psychic type with Filch for 1 colorless energy. You get to draw 2 cards, so a little bit more card draw, not bad. And has Copycat for 1 Psychic, 1 colorless. If your opponent's Pokemon uses an attack that isn't a GX attack during your last turn, use it as this attack. So we can easily use Lunala's Shatter Shot. If our opponent has Lunala, we can use it again with Mimikyu. Or whatever my opponent's using, Mimikyu can mimic it, so it's kind of cool. We have the Oricorio as our last Pokemon, 90 HP Psychic Pokemon with Supernatural Dance for 1 colorless energy. For each Pokemon in your opponent's discard pile, put 1 damage counter on your opponent's Pokemon any way you like. So, if they've got 3 Pokemon in there, you get to do 30 damage. If they've got 6, you get to do 60. And it's across the board, so if only 1 damage counter is necessary on 1, you get to put it over there, and then put the rest on, say, the active, or whatever you want to do. Oricorio's got a pretty nice synergy with this deck. Also has Revelation Dance for 1 colorless, you get to do 30 damage. However, if there's no Stadium card in play, this attack does nothing. So here's hoping we have a Stadium. Of course, we have a few new trainer cards in this deck. One of them is going to be the Energy Lotto. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal an energy card you find there and put it into your hand, shuffle the other cards back into your deck. So, not bad, not bad. You get to look at it. It's like using a Max Elixir, but it doesn't go onto the Pokemon, it goes into your hand. So, I don't know. I don't know if I like it as much as I do Max Elixir. We do have the Energy Retrieval. Put 2 basic energies from your discard pile into your hand. Couple Nest Balls, search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck afterwards. We have 1 Potion. We have ourselves a Rescue Stretcher, brand new card, and amazing it is. This is pretty much going to be your new substitute instead of a Super Rod, depending on the situation you want. So, for example, if you are an energy-heavy deck, you still might want to run Super Rod. Or, if you're completely Pokemon-heavy, Rescue Stretcher is going to be the way you want to go. Because you get to choose one of two options. You either get to put a Pokemon from your discard pile back into your hand, which is very good, or you get to shuffle 3 Pokemon from your discard pile back into your deck. So again, Super Rod's effect. That is a very, very nice opportunity to have here. Getting the choice between getting the Pokemon now, or getting more Pokemon but having to still draw them. Very, very nice ability here on the Rescue Stretcher. We've got some switches to attract a Pokemon with one of your bench. We got a couple timer balls to help get to that Lunala a little quicker. Flip 2 coins for each head, search your deck for an evolution Pokemon, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck afterwards. We have an Altar of the Moon. This is our stadium, and we only get one of them. The retreat cost of each Pokemon that has any psychic or dark energy attached to it has 2 less retreat costs. So, pretty nice. Next up we have How, draw 3 cards. And we have Professor Kukui, draw 2 cards. During this turn, your opponent's attacks do 20 more damage. We are going to be finishing off with 8 fire and 12 psychic energy. That is it for this deck. Let's see how well it does on the latter, and let me know what you guys think immediately now. Will Hidden Moon be the better of the 2 decks, or will Steel Sun, which is tomorrow's deck featuring Solgaleo, be better? I want to see in the comment section before you've seen anything. But here we go, 2 matches coming your way on the TCGO ladder. Alright guys, our first match is against Midnight Wolves, playing the Volcanion deck from Steam Siege. Now, our opponent is going to load in real quick. There he is getting the coin toss here. And we'll see if we're going to go first or second. We are going to win this coin toss, so I do want to go first, because I am running a Stage 2 line. Stage 3? 2. I want to get that opportunity to kind of set that up ASAP. So, we have the Cosmog, which is great because this is going to be a decent card to grab right now. Unfortunately, we do need Cosmom and Lunala to get up all the way. Our opponent is selecting. We'll have a Stuffle for the bench, so we have that opportunity for more card draw from Beware. And we're going to see a Meowth and a Volcanion. I don't need to throw down Altar of the Moon just yet. I'm going to drop a Psychic Energy down onto Cosmog. I'm going to go for a Howl right now, draw 3 additional cards, being the Timer Ball and a Mimikyu. Now, Timer Ball right now would be a good call. I'm going to get 1. I'm going to get 2, so I'm going to actually go for my entire line of Cosmom into Lunala. Which is great, because now I have the entire line in my hand. I'm actually going to play Altar, and I'm going to put up my Mimikyu. I'm not threatened to buy anything from Mimikyu's. Potential loss here. Has no weakness even. Ooh, Mimikyu, you're pretty. Alright, Mimikyu versus Meowth. Gets a Steel Energy on that Meowth. Can go for a stall. You can use this attack if you go second, and only on your first turn. Discard an energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon. Well, that's just douchey. We're going to draw a Psychic Energy. Go for the evolution here. And pass this turn. I could have actually gone for a Filch, which could have drawn me 2 cards, but I actually kind of want to get this Lunala kind of set up. We're going to see a Steel Energy go onto that, and we're going to see a Scratch come from the good old Meowth. And we get ourselves a Gothorita. Now we have a Lunala pretty much ready to go here. You need to have energy on it, though. We're gonna go for a Filch right now. We're not gonna lose the Mimikyu unless he evolves into Persian. We can get a few more cards here, and if we happen to lose the Mimikyu, it's not a big deal. We can easily energy retrieve and get that energy back. I can knock out this Meowth right now on the following turn with the Shatter Shot. We're going to see an energy drop onto the Volcanion, and we're going to see a Shauna from my opponent's hand. We now have a Salandit in back, Energy Lotto. We are going to see that Persian, so they have that opportunity to go for Fury Swipes and can knock us out actually just goes for the raid. If this Pokemon evolved from Meowth during this turn, it is going to do 60 damage. So we are going to lose the Mimikyu, but not the end of the world. Okay. Gonna drop down an energy. We can go for an energy retrieval, get those energies back. And we can start going for shatter shots. So we did 80 damage. Now we just need to get one more energy on here and we probably can sweep. Because you cannot, like, you don't have any guaranteed damage. The max you could do is 60. Here comes the Fury Swipes, and you're going to do 30 damage. Okay, you get, sorry. Max you can do is 90 damage. We can go for a Beware drop, which will get us 3 additional cards. Psychic, Cosmog, and a Nest Ball. So I can drop down Salandit. We can go for the Cosmog in the back. We can go for a Nest Ball, which can get us another Stuffle, because we can get that Beware. There's a Stuffle for the bench, and we can drop a nice Psychic Energy down. Go for the Shatter Shot right now, and this will take care of his Persian. Now we're still out of range from that Volcanion, which is nice. We're going to get an Oricorio. He actually decides to bring up the Meowth. And evolves into Persian, just needs an energy drop and can hit me for 60. Goes for that energy retrieval, which will net him those 2 steel energies that he lost, and he'll be able to kind of get a nice run on us. So here's the 60 damage. So we've currently taken 90. I need to get this Cosmog up here kind of going. Actually, I might just set up the Beware. Can drop down our Oricorio, go for that good old Energy Lotto, which can get me Psychic Energy. So, might actually be a good idea to go for the Wings of the Moon here. I will get a knockout, and I'll be able to actually save all my energy, and then I can Rescue Stretcher to see what I can get, like depending on what I draw. So let's do that. And then I can actually come in with the... Hold on. I can actually come in with the attacks with the Dangerous Blow. And the Volcanion's actually a basic, so we'll be able to take it out with it. So here comes the Wing of the Moon. We'll get a knockout here. We're going to take you and put you over here. You, put you over here. And you can go on the current... Cosmog. We got a Cosmom, which is great, so we can actually go for the Rescue Stretcher and just put the soon-to-be-fallen Lunala into our hand. This is actually a very, very nice way of going about this. And then I can start setting up those energies onto the new follow-up Lunala, and we should be good. Actually, he does not knock us out. We're going to evolve. I'm actually going to drop a nice energy down onto you. Yeah. And we will go for a Shatter Shot because we are not in range of taking out that Beware. We're not in range of doing the damage with Beware. Now, I'm not going to put any more additional energy on the Lunala. 40 little bits of chip damage here is better. We can see that he will go for the Steam Artillery here. We will lose 1 additional energy, but that is not a big deal. We can actually go with the Beware here. Now, I could have set up the Lunala in the back, but it's not a big deal. We can Rescue Stretcher, and I'm going to put a Pokemon from our discard pile into our hand, and that is going to be that Lunala. We're going to grab it back right now. We can evolve our Cosmog. My opponent has to keep up with all these fantastic powerhouses. Just look at the synergy we have here. I don't need to play any of these particular cards. We're just going to go for the Dangerous Blow. This will knock out his Volcanion. And we are currently at a we're at a lead. Not too much, but they haven't got any energy left on the field. Whereas we have a Fire Energy still in the back, which we can drop down onto our nice old Salandit. You can go for a Returning Flames. We got our second Lunala in back. We can go for a we have Cosmog. We don't have another Cosmom though. And there's no way for us to get that back out. So let's get it. Let's just get it out of the deck so we don't have to draw it anymore. We can drop the fire energy down on Salandit. And we can actually knock out this Ponyta. There we go. Next prize is a How. So we'll be able to draw a few more cards. All this additional draw power and having that ability to kind of siphon out the energy makes this deck really, really synergistic. And there's our first win of today. My opponent literally couldn't do anything. Had two prizes left, one being a Ponyta and a Volcanion coming up right after it. And we had pretty much a fully set up Lunala in the back as well. So this is very, very hard for my opponent to kind of make a nice comeback there. Though he did try very nicely at the start with that Persian. But that is it for round number 1. Let's see what we can do with round number 2 and see if it synergizes just as nice. Alright, match number 2. Umbertastic is our opponent playing the Decidueye deck. Now this deck I actually called as the best deck from Sun and Moon. So it'll be kind of interesting. I'm really liking this Lunala theme deck. Barring the fact that it is a stage 2 we have to get out, this thing is pretty good. Not as fast, obviously, as, say, Decidueye, but we've got a nice Stuffle. We've got the opportunities here to get our Cosmog going, depending on what we get from the balls. Our opponent is going to be playing first, so we will see. We are going to have a Pinsir in front and a Morelull in the back. Grass Energy down on Pinsir, and there's a Kangaskhan with a How in the upcoming. So 3 more cards from my opponent. Timer Ball does get a double heads off that Timer Ball. Kind of hoping we can get that same luck as well. We're going to see the Shiinotic and the Decidueye. My opponent cannot evolve yet, but in the following turn, that Shiinotic is going to be a very big problem. So we have a Tackle attack now. We're going to go for a Nest Ball and get ourselves the Cosmom. I just want a Cosmog, and all of our line will be in the deck right now. So that is good to know. That is very, very good to know. I might actually Timer Ball for the opportunity to get Beware. I'm only going to get one line, and I really should get the Beware for next turn. Now, this Beware will be good. I might have to actually just hold off, though. Mind you, Guillotine is... I don't know what's going to happen here. This is going to be an interesting call. I might have a Ring Out right now. A pretty bad matchup. We're going to see the Illuminate. It's going to get him a Rowlet. Get her a Rowlet, I apologize. And I would almost dare the Rowlet not make it. Oh, there it is. It's on the field. It is ready to go. Guillotine will do 50 damage to me. I can't actually evolve. We have the Lunala. I think it's a better play for me to just sacrifice my Beware right now. Who's got a ton of HP. We can potion up, and I can probably take another couple hits. There we go. A little bit more damage. We can drop down our Oricorio, and we'll go for an Energy Lotto. And we're going to grab a Psychic Energy. I just need that Cosmog now, or Cosmom, and I should be good to go. I have a retreat cost of free, so that'll be nice to know. But I can't attack, so I will have to pass this turn. I really did that so that we could stall a little bit more. My opponent can easily now start getting into that Decidueye line, and that's a scary thought, because again, Shiinotic here is just broken in Theme Deck format. So there's the Dartrix. In this format, Shiinotic is beautiful. There's the Dartrix on my opponent's side of the field, has the Decidueye already in hand, trying to actually get that Beware out of my way. Whew, we're gonna get a Nest Ball. Just grab whatever I can out of the deck, so I don't have to draw it. I'm gonna drop another energy down on Cosmog, because if I can get my Cosmom going early, this will be great. Now, my opponent can't do too much. This Pinsir's actually a fantastic card because it can get rid of my active. We're going to see Decidueye's now in front, or now it's almost fully charged up, has Illuminate, and is probably going to go for a second line here. No, it's actually going to go for a Paris. Now, this thing has 140 HP, so it would be nice to get a little bit of chip damage off, because I can't really do much. We got a Gothorita. Wrong stage 2, and I'm still not doing anything. Like, I've got 2 more turns here. Almost guaranteed. There's that third energy. Illuminate. If you want to Brave Bird and deal some damage to yourself before I go down, that would be perfect. Now, I'll probably have to sacrifice 2 prizes to get rid of that Decidueye, but it can happen. Anything is possible. Here comes the Decidueye. Brave Bird does the 20 damage to itself, which is all I needed it to do. I'm going to sacrifice a Cosmog to get my Cosmom going. Come on. Nope. Psychic Energy. Well, I'm going to go with the energy drop up here. This may be a waste, but I really need to siphon through and get that Cosmom. We're going to get a How, which is fantastic, because I do need that card draw. And I do get a little bit more luck, hopefully. We're going to see a drop onto the Paris, and we're going to see a Surskit. And we're going to get Brave Birded. So there's another 20 damage onto us. Our opponent is taking a lot of damage. But I need Cosmom, like now. Like now. I didn't get it. Alright, How? Come on. Yes! We got it! We're not out of this game. Not out of this game! You have no Pokemon in your discard pile, so I'm actually going to opt to drop another energy down here and pass. Now, if you have Lysander in that deck, I'm going to cry, because that's just scary. But we should be able to take out the Decidueye. And then we should be able to take out the good old Parasect in the back. Up comes Cosmom. We have Lunala in hand already. Boom. There we go. And we are just going to go for Shadow Shot, which will do a nice 160 damage. So we're not out of this game yet. We're at least going to collect some prizes. It's going to take a bit to keep us going here. I might want to put the Beware and the Cosmog back in my deck. Here comes the third energy. You can go for that Mushroom Drain. Nest Ball. But if we get rid of this guy, oh man, we're good. Energy Retrieval. Gonna grab 2 more energies from the discard pile and can start setting up one of those nasty little buggers in the back. Doesn't though. Mushroom Dream is gonna hit me for 70. And I am going to rescue Stretcher. We're going to go Shuffle 3 into our deck, and that is going to be the Cosmog, Shuffle, and Beware. Now, my opponent does not have a setup for the next turn. At least I can't see one, so Shatter Shot will knock this thing out. And we're starting to make a comeback. Psychic Energy. Up comes Spinda. And with an energy drop, this can confuse us. Which is a bit of a problem. Illuminate's going to come through. Probably going to start looking for another Rowlet line. Here comes a Rowlet. And it should come right down onto the bench. Now here comes Teeter Punch. We're going to take 30. We're going to drop an energy down. We will retreat out. I don't want to sacrifice anything. And I can do 40 damage. No problem. We'll do 40. So slap. My Lunala now has an opportunity to still take another prize. Now, our side beam can't do too much, but we are unfortunately going to have to give our opponent a nice opportunity to kind of set up here. We have another potential here. Oh boy. You can do how much? So you can actually knock me out with 1 energy. That's insane. I got a Kukui. Did not grab anything of value. Nothing of value. I'm going to sacrifice a fire energy to this. I have to attempt to get that confusion on that Spinda. We fail. We're going to take 30. The Spinda will take us out. I could have switched and gotten rid of it, but that Kangaskhan will come in and knock me out. So it does not look like I'll be able to set up here. We are going to have to come in with Lunala. I'll probably play my Litwick just to see if we can hold off a little longer. We get the Salandit. But I need to get rid of that Kangaskhan, and the Kangaskhan, unfortunately, is going to be able to do some damage. And we can't do enough damage with Flamethrower to knock out Kangaskhan. So I think we've actually lost this game. As much as I'd like to admit we won it, we don't. I'm going to drop the fire energy down on my Salandit. We will go for Wings. Do we, though? We might not. We can Wings of the Moon. We might not lose this. Salandit might still come in handy. We're going to move all this energy over to you. Can't give up just yet, but we're getting there. I don't know. It depends on how much damage that burn and poison can do together. So we can do 120? Yeah, no, we don't do enough. We do not do enough. Because we'll do 30. Yeah, we only do 120. We don't do enough. We don't do enough. But we tried. We did good. All in all, I think the only issue we had with this matchup was I was just too slow. I couldn't get any damage down on the board early, and unfortunately with that Shiinotic and no Lysander really being in most of these decks, that Shiinotic is just going to sit there and keep getting bigger Pokemon on the field. Whereas I have to kind of do this the old-fashioned way. So, we're going to try. But I can't see us doing enough damage here. We will poison and burn. But I do not see it being... I think we will literally be 10 shy. I think we will be 10 shy. Discard an energy from this Pokemon. So there's 90. Boom. 10 damage from the poison. And 20 from the burn. GG to my opponent. Because we just missed. We just missed. Just missed. Because you can hit us for 100... Actually, you can't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're not out of this yet. We're taking 100 damage. And you go down on your turn. You only need to do 10 damage to us. It's close. Drop a fire energy down onto you. We're going to switch into the Lampent. We have the ability to retreat out to do massive damage on the following turn. This should take out the Surskit. Maybe we'll actually win this! We got a Gothita, does not matter. No, there's no way. There's no way you can win. You have no energy on the board. You have no energy on the board. Decidueye at best does what? 60 damage. We have 80 HP. You can do nothing. You can do nothing. We win! Unless you can't... We win! Oh, that was such a clutch play! I was completely under the assumption that Kangaskhan could one-shot us. I don't know why. Maybe it was just because of the Lunala play earlier, where I could see it doing 60 damage, that I had just assumed that the Kangaskhan would actually take out Salazzle as well. And it came close. We had 10 HP left, same as the Kangaskhan. But what really helped us out was that poison damage got off that knockout and got us a free knockout on the Surskit. Which, thankfully, because of that Lampent, oh man, I've never seen a useless Pokemon come in clutch like that. Lampent, my god, did you come in handy. This deck does have a lot of potential. Obviously, I don't think it's as synergetic maybe as the Decidueye from previous, but this deck has so much raw power behind it that it does threaten your opponent quite a bit. You have Lunala with that Shatter Shot and the ability to move those energies around after, like, if it's about to be knocked out. Salazzle with the burn and the poison and that 90 damage is still quite a bit, and then Beware coming through if you're attacking just basic Pokemon can do quite a bit of damage as well. Overall, I think this deck is a very, very nice pickup for starters. Yes, the Pokemon themselves may not be the best competitively, but it's a very fun deck, and if you are playing Theme Deck format, this deck is going to do quite a well-wondered situation. I've played a few matches with it, and it is a lot of fun. That is it for me, though. Hope you guys have enjoyed this first deck from Guardians Rising. Tomorrow, you guys will see Steel Sun, the Solgaleo deck, and the question is, will it be better or worse than Hidden Moon? Again, leave your comments in the section below. Let me know what do you think. But until then, time out.